Alt. Blue snowball. Okay, test. All right. Jeez. Weird that happened twice today. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to, I was going to say cross-examination. Welcome to Black Lives Universe. I titled this Facebook Fascists, the Small Council. But I don't know if anybody's going to show up. Tonight is the High Council on, I don't know whose stream it's on tonight, but that usually sucks up all the oxygen in the space, so I thought I would just do the Small Council, and anybody who wants to come in here, hang out with me while I draw some Lone Star stuff and talk about some nonsense going on in the world today. I should just get into it, but let me get over here and see if anybody has popped into the channel today so far. I'm going to guess my DLive account is still not working. Give it a quick refresh. And still not working. Hopefully someone can help me figure that out. Why do people start emailing me right when I start my live stream? Let me regroup. All right. Trying to get my book designer to put Meg, Six Gun, and Deal with the Devil together. All the files are done. He just needs to stitch those together in an InDesign file and make them print ready, so we can be off to the races with that. So, Facebook Fascists, the Small Council. If you're in here, can you please hit that like button? Hit that share button. Let's get some people out there. It's all the regulars. You guys are here all the time. Don't you get sick of my voice? My sultry, smooth, seductive voice. I know it's hard to turn away. Uriah Mite, Derek LaFlamme. What's up, guys? John Chedester, General Devereaux, Antonio Cardenas, P Money withheld. Perkindo. Falling into Destiny, Anthem, and Giga Death. Did I miss anybody? No, the sound's up, right? The sound. Yeah, I can hear myself. All right, yeah, there was no sound in the beginning, but there is now. I'm right here. I'm never going to leave you. That's Creepy Mike right there. Creepy Mike. Auto 720. So I am going to be drawing a little bit later, but I wanted to get into this just the stupidity of the day, I guess we could call it. Unbelievable censorship. Facebook this is from Bounding into Comics. Censorship. Facebook completely removes Bounding into Comics 250,000 plus strong fan page. Trump will fix this if the states don't. The daily dose of stupid. Right. Facebook has censored Bounding into Comics and completely removed our 250,000 plus strong Facebook page. Here's what the new page looks like on Facebook. This page isn't available. The link you followed may be broken, or the page may have been removed. Facebook did not provide any warnings and didn't really explain why the page was removed. The page was removed on Monday around 10:20 a.m. Eastern Time, shortly after we published the new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. I was logged out of my personal Facebook account, which I used to manage the Bounding into Comics Facebook page. Upon logging back in, I received a number of alerts from Facebook indicating that they had removed content, which ultimately meant they had removed not just content posts, but all traces of the Bounding into Comics Facebook page. The first alert indicated Bounding into Comics was being removed because it violated the Facebook Statement of Rights and Responsibilities. Garbage tier. Yeah, you like the Small Council? Just to be clear, what's up, guys? Yeah, like and share, guys. Like and share. Come on, that's the rules. When you come into my house, you gotta hit that like button. You gotta hit that share button. So, the next alert read: our policies prohibit posting content that infringes or violates someone else's rights or otherwise violates the law. Oh, malarkey. Posting links to other people's videos? Give me a break. The alerts or violates on others' rights or otherwise violates the law, you could be temporarily blocked from posting content on Facebook or even have your account permanently banned. The next alert then directed us to review Facebook's intellectual property policies. It read, if you have questions regarding the removal of content, please visit the Help Center, because they're always so very helpful. To help keep your account in good standing, remove any other content you've posted to Facebook that may infringe or otherwise violate another's rights. To learn more about intellectual property, please visit the Help Center, because it's all ways so helpful. Two of the messages then repeated. The next alert read, our policies prohibit posting content that infringes or violates someone else's rights or otherwise violates the law, particularly if you have a right-leaning worldview. The final message read, if you continue to post content that infringes or violates others' rights or otherwise violates the law, you could be temporarily blocked from posting content on Facebook or even have your account permanently disabled. Let's see, 10:25 a.m. 10. Is that a 10? 24? 10:24 a.m. 10:23 a.m. 10:22 a.m. 10:21 a.m. Oh my gosh. All of these were literally 1 minute after the other. Oh, that's funny. Is it true that Marvel has copyrighted Super Soldier? Asks John Chadester. I do not know. As you can see, Facebook did not provide us with any actual concrete examples of the alleged violation. In fact, the reason why we are writing this article today instead of yesterday is because we attempted to reach out to Facebook, believing, however naively, the removal of the page was inadvertent. However, Facebook has not responded to any of our Help Center inquiries. They stopped responding in an email thread with publisher and media support team representative once the page was identified. Given receipt reports of Facebook and Twitter removing pages that do not align with their views, I think it is safe to assume that Facebook is likely targeting Bounding Into Comics due to the nature of the content we cover and post. Bounding Into Comics contributors are not afraid to offer critical look at the current entertainment culture as it pertains to the comic book industry, Hollywood, and video games. We are on the front line of highlighting the behavior of a number of executives in these companies, whether it's Marvel's Sana Amanat, who unabashedly stated that Mexican, Jews, Muslims, women, Native American, and the environment, science, and kids are all things the Republicans hate. I am not a Republican, but I understand. Yeah, Jude Van Allen, the small council. Thus far, the small council consists of me. I'm small. Shut up. We also brought to light IDW executive Justin Eisinger's comments. Eisinger intimated. Yes. My phone is charging in our room. Eisinger intimated he wanted to execute Donald Trump supporters via a guillotine before asking a reporter if she punched a Trump supporter in the face. Bounding Into Comics was openly critical of EA's response to fan criticism of Battlefield 5. We covered the story extensively, which saw EA eventually admit that they completely mishandled the Battlefield 5 situation, resulting in a missed earnings goal. Oh, you mean the tiny council? I am not an imp. That would be a tiny council. We also cover celebrity opinions, specifically their opinions and influence on culture, from how they are raising their families like Charlize Theron and Zoe Saldana's children, to their views on President Donald Trump and his supporters, given many of those supporters are the very fans who watch the movies they star in, like Avengers Endgame. Actors Don Cheadle, Chris Evans, and Mark Ruffalo. Bounding into Comics has covered Facebook's censorship policies, including their recent ban of Louis Farrakhan, Alex Jones, Milo Yiannopoulos, Laura Loomer, and Paul Joseph Watson. It's true. We don't intend or curb. We don't intend to curb our extensive coverage of culture, from nerd culture to pop culture and everything in between. Our team will report the facts, offer candid opinions, and not kowtow to Facebook's attempted censorship. Not cow to, sorry. I'm editing your writing, bounding into comics, apologies. Not cow to Facebook's attempted censorship. That's where you come in. Facebook's political ploy only has power if you rely on their platform to follow us, which is why it is more important than ever to sign up for our email list. Our newsletter is sent out every weekday and provides our readers with our unique brand of commentary, as well as the most pressing news in the entertainment industries. Sign up now. Social media companies like Facebook can delete and ban pages on a whim, without any recourse, wiping out years of hard work and countless fan interactions. However, they can't censor our email. That's why I'm imploring you to sign up for the Bounding into Comics email list. It's more important than ever. And that is also why although I have been lax in doing so lately, I have tried to encourage everyone to sign up for my email list, which at this point, like I said, I've been slacking on. But I should remind everyone that YouTube could likewise do this to me. Could do this to Ethan. Could do this to Doug. Could do this to Malin. Could do this to any one of us. Until these platforms are seen as a public resource. And I understand. I am staunchly free market. But this is a very strange place we find ourselves, where the public square is owned by individuals, right? The place where everyone goes to voice their opinion is now owned and monitored by fascistic left-wing ideologues who can take away our right to talk to our own fans, because that is where we have gathered. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And that's why it's so important for something like DLive to come to fruition, to actually become a valid, viable platform, because we have to face this centralization and we have to create a decentralized public square. Yeah, that means letting crappy people say crappy things. That's part of freedom. That's part of America, right? The freedom of speech is the freedom to say crappy things. As long as you are not calling for violent revolution or something, then there should be no one stopping you from saying whatever stupid thing you want to spew out of your stupid mouth. That includes Louis Farrakhan, and it includes Paul Joseph Watson, and it includes everyone in between. All right. We're still on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and following us already, you can do so here. Share our stories with anyone, any chance. Visit our site daily, etc., etc., etc. Help us combat censorship. Share this story and let Facebook know. We won't go silently into that. Good night. Thank you. All right. So that is the Bounding into Comics story. I am going to... Oh, you know what? Let me do. I want to bring up Soul of the Soldier and do a rather quick refresh and see where we're at, because I do believe we just got another sale. 60,576 bigots. 60,606. That's kind of a creepy number. 60606. Somebody buy something. Lou, hey Mike, how's your day been, dude? Hey Lou, I'm doing well. How about you, Lou? You're new, Lou. Have you subscribed, Lou? Everybody should subscribe. Everybody do subscribe. Day is going well. Day is going well. We've done about $500 today on Lone Star Soul of the Soldier. And I do, again, want to, early bird special, that'll be there for everybody. But I have been trying to push Lone Star for the troops. For the troops. For the troops. Look at this tier. You get all 4 covers. You get the PDFs of both, so you can send them to any soldiers or any veterans. Anyone who has served our country, I implore you, please feel free to send them the PDFs for free. And then I send a minimum of 10 copies to the troops. All of this for less than the cost, because there is 0 shipping on this. $100, no shipping. Because there's no shipping, this is buying these 4 here is cheaper than buying them individually. Right? This is the individual price of each of them, $100, but because they're all signed, but no shipping. Right? Can we send them to the Coast Guard? Sure. I don't like your name though. I dated Renfamous. Yeah, I know a couple people in the Coast Guard. Yeah, and I'm just pushing this because there's only 23 claimed, right? And I really want to send a lot of books to the troops. So the more you can help out here, and you know what? If you only want 1 or 2 of these covers, just flip the other 2 on eBay for cover price or more, and get your money back. But you get your money back, and you get books to the troops. So please, that is what I am imploring for everyone to do. And by the way, last day, let's call it 24. Let's see, tomorrow, say Wednesday, maybe 30. I'm not going to do the math. Last 30-something hours to get the John Malin cover by itself or with cover issue 1. So I'm just going to leave this up here. And then I'm going to start drawing, because if you notice down here, I sold 2 of these torsos. Oh, wait, I didn't sell. Yeah, I've sold 2 of these torso sketches, and it just dawned on me today that I can get these done, and I can fulfill them while the campaign's still running. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 done, and then fulfill these 2 so I don't have to worry about it later on. Yeah, I do have other things to do. Why are you asking? Lone Star's looking bloody good, Mike. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate that. So, all right, back up to the top here. Let me dragon, easel sitting down and drawing on a flat surface. Do I have to refresh this completely? No, something should pop up. All right, I'll refresh it. Gonna refresh the chat. Waiting for chat. There we go. All righty then. Back to life. Back to reality. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's see. At 100,000, Mike will tattoo Lone Star. Withheld, you need to stop with that rumor, because that ain't happening. There ain't no tattoos happening nowhere, particularly not anywhere you're describing. Alright, let me angle this out a little bit so I can draw up here and chat with my fine feathered friends in the chat room. Oops. I'm trying to pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Macaroni. Macron. Macaroni and cheese. It's time for some macaroni and cheese. Why is the chat not working? That's weird. Here, let's see. Oh, there you go. Are you not at home, Mike? Yes, I am at home, Comic Book Bob. Why do you ask? I prefer Lone Star with helmet. Malin's cover looks like he's just heading out for a slice of pizza. Right? I prefer him with a helmet, too. Let's see. What should Lone Star be done? You know what I could do? I don't know if anybody would want like an angel cover, but because they're what does it say on that? Does it say I have to do Lone Star? I mean, I love drawing Lone Star, but nope, that's Lone Star for the troops. Torso. This is a special cover of Lone Star Heart of the Hero on art paper, printed with the Lone Star heading and logo, but instead of pre-printed artwork, you get a unique drawing by Mike Miller of a waist-up drawing of Lone Star. Yeah, these are very limited edition remainders of the Heart of the Hero, not Soul of the Soldier. All right, so it has to be Lone Star. Mike, do battle damage, Lone Star. Getting up to keep fighting. Well, it's actually that's not a bad idea. I can do like battle damage, Lone Star. Yeah. Sort of like the Wolverine pose coming at you, even though he's all wrecked up. That's a good idea. Thanks, man. Of course, that's Terminator, not Lone Star. I don't think that's a Terminator's not really the idea I'm going for with Lone Star. So, but he's coming after you. He's coming after you because you shot him in the chest with a shotgun, and he didn't really like it. No, he didn't really like it. I'd take an angel one, says Dennis Perch. Well, you'd have to purchase one first. Dennis, did you already purchase one? Did you purchase one, Dennis Peruch?
Mommy said I could get a game.
Mommy said you could get a game? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm starving.
I know, I'm going
Oh, you're making mac and cheese? Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Punished Lone Star. Tough guy fighter pose like, that all you got? I could do this all day. Wait a second. Wait a second. Lone Star protecting a pond of frogs. Because if you have free speech, it means you have free thoughts. Free thinking means you have not conformed to their ideology, which is the worst thing you can possibly do in their eyes. It's very true. You will buy one if I want to draw it now, Dennis. You're all right. All right, that means no battle damage Lone Star. I can do battle damage Lone Star next. I will do Angel on this one. Angel. Because Dennis is about to plunk down the price for Angel. Angel, Angel. Dennis, since I'm drawing this for you, what would you like Angel to be wearing? And remember, this is a PG show. This is a really small council. Isn't it, though? It's terribly small. I don't understand why people don't want to stream anymore. It's like they weren't really into streaming. They were just doing it for whatever. I like streaming. Am I weird? Is this a bust or a torso? Torso. Wearing clothes, please. Yes, yes, yes. Of course. I meant anything specific to. Indeed, Angel is a wholesome gal. But do you want her like in her work clothes, or do you want her like? I have her in Lone Star 2. Hold on, let me grab. I don't know if I have the pages right here. No. That is Injustice. Let's see. Uh-oh. Book's falling. Let me see. I have a cute little top. In book 2. It's a cute little top in book 2. Ah, there's the page. I don't know if it's probably hard to see here. But she's got a cute little... Actually, it's a whole dress. It's a dress skirt thing, but it's a low cut, but it's a nice... I could do her in that outfit. I don't care. I'm now a fashionista. Not a fashionista, I think you meant, but... Alright. Let's see. What shall I do? Nah, you seem like a good dude, Mike. Oh, thank you, Lou. Why? What'd you say before? If you missed out on cover 8, you know what? I'm gonna Google like an Elfgren and see if I can find a cool Elfgren pose. I don't want to do it on this page. I want to keep Lone Star up on this page. See, Elfgren. Draw Angel as Invisible Girl. Look, you're done. Ha ha ha. Little black dress and heels. No, I mean, I'm trying to get a kind of a flashbacky feel for this whole thing. So some cutesy pinup girl, I think, would be great. And Elfgren is a Damasta. Oh, that's a cute one. Oh, that's cute. I could do a take on this one, but with a cell phone. Alright, I got one. Pin up. Army uniform? No. She's just going to be... Heck, I might have to do a little more than a torso here. You know what, Dennis? I might do a full body for you here. And this is an after Elfgren pose. Elijah, I'm streaming. We don't need background music.
Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
What's it from? If it's not from anything else, I made it up.
That's why it sounds familiar, is because you did not make it up.
It sounds like wherever I may have wrong the intro a little bit. But it's on the same scale as Nothing Else Matters on the transition.
And nothing else matters. Mike is a leg man. I like all my parts. I mean, I like all the girls' parts. Every girl part is a beautiful part. Love your Wheel of Time stuff, Mike. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that. I don't get comments on that very often. Were you in the Order of the Green Hand last night, Lou? Is that how you've stumbled upon this page? When's Elijah going to launch his Kickstarter? He just got his bank account today so that he can set up his Kickstarter page. So Elijah, he is waiting on the guy that's supposed to be doing his animation for the commercial. But if the guy doesn't, he told you he's finishing? Yeah. All right. He's been told that he's finishing. So, should be soon?
I hope so.
Should be soon. But we'll see how soon, I guess. What are your top 5 Metallica songs?
Great ends of sanity.
What?
Great ends of sanity.
That's a good one. I don't know.
Fade to Black.
I like most of their old stuff. I don't think I'd probably have top 5. Although if I did have a top 5, I'd think Sandman would be in the top 5. Yeah, Freight Ends of Sanity is a good one.
My favorite album is Injustice for All.
Yeah. Dennis said, "Congratulations, Elijah," and he cannot wait.
Sweet.
Just say it's someone in a blizzard, then you don't have to draw anything. Wah, 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 wah. I'd love for Anna to do art for my short stories. Well, I guess you could ask her.
Just say it's a painting, but you're only painting with white.
It's not, though. Never cared for what they say. Never cared for what. Dennis is getting bonus. Actual legs. So no.
I can't play with my guitar.
No matter how far. I turned it off earlier.
Miller, 825588. What?
That's what happened last time. What is that? Hello? Why is Allison from Microsoft with a robot voice trying to get in touch with me? Hello, this is Allison from Microsoft. When I first Metallica Unforgiven, and it says never free, never me, I dub the Unforgiven. I thought it said lemon tree, lemonade, so I dubbed the Unforgiven. I can never listen to it the same again. Saggy Bones says, I read Heart of the Hero today. It was great. Story felt short, but I'm compelled enough to back Soul of the Soldier soon. Fantastic, Saggy Bones. Thank you. Glad to hear it. You know, we didn't really discuss the Facebook fascist article. Beware of Zuckertron. I've been using Facebook less and less. This is another reason to do so. I know, I barely ever use Facebook anymore. And that's certainly not going to help me come back. I don't know why that's hidden. It says we will help you get the gag on. Oh, you mean the tiny cat? At least Facebook banned a black supremacist, I heard. Banning Farrakhan was to look impartial. Yeah. Yeah. He was a sacrificial lamb. I believe that. It seems like most of what bounding into comics would be considered fair use. Yeah. Same as any other out there. Any other news source out there. I had to resub and re-notify. YouTube's being sus again. Yeah. Okay, everybody make sure you're subbed and have notifications on because yeah. YouTube and Facebook, they're kind of birds of the feather. That's why I wish D Live would flip and stream. I don't know what is going on. Maybe I just have to have my son look at it. Look, Lone Star. Okay, Lone Star. Dated reference. How much did you drop on Chum to feed the blue hair? Aww. At least 2 giant tuna. Why do they fear free speech? Good question. Because they know they're lying. Because they know they're wrong. And the truth doesn't fear the lie. Only the lie fears the truth, right? So they know their positions are based in feelings and not facts. And therefore, any facts that corrupt their feelings or you know, any facts that their feelings don't mesh with, they want to get rid of, including those who are speaking those facts. Darn it, now I don't remember what kind of shoes I had on her in the... I guess it doesn't matter. I can just put whatever. I can put her in whatever. I'm going to make you guys fall in love with Angel. You know that? You realize that, right? She's going to be the Jennifer Connelly character from Rocketeer. Everybody's going to just look at her big blue eyes and just fall madly in love. We're bringing good girls back. We're bringing good girls back. Perkino says, if you missed out on cover A and aren't able to purchase cover B before the time is up, remember that you can still get all the covers if you back the Lone Star for the Troops tier for only $100. Thank you, Perkindo. It is probably the best deal on the site. Well, maybe the early bird special is actually technically a better deal, even though it's twice as much. You do get a lot more for your dollar. But as far as otherwise, yeah, because there's no shipping. You get this for no shipping. And you get a bunch of books to the troops. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get at least 20, but you know, I wrote down 10 because I wanted to make sure I didn't overpromise. But that's 10 books getting to the troops via APOs and whatnot. And I will be collecting those addresses when the time comes. I don't want to do it too early in case... I don't know. I need to talk to somebody who does know. Does anyone here know if APOs are permanent addresses, and if you just send something to an APO and address it to, say, the chaplain, or if there's someone specific, you can address it to it at any APO that will be sent out, and those books will be dispersed? Or does it have to be the APO of a particular person? I imagine it's not. But I don't know. I need to know more about this stuff so I can make sure I don't mess up. I don't want to mess up, okay? It's okay? Mike drawing naughty pictures again? No. Downshift. I got a 3-point GOT rant. You taking questions and spoilers from last episode? Sure. Spoilers. Hey, Mike, other than Lone Star, what's been your favorite to work on? The Hedge Knight stuff. The Hedge Knight, the Soren Sword, the Mystery Knight, and the Game of Thrones covers. Yeah, those have been my favorite. Although I don't like it when I'm up against the clock on the Game of Thrones covers. But, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think her hip should... I think she's actually twisting in the reference piece because her knee is... This knee does seem too short. Maybe I'll just keep the hips where I have them. And I'll bring her leg out a little bit because... Yeah. I'll just bring her leg out a bit. Look there. Give it a little nubby. It's good, mister. Mike is a leg man. I already covered that. I like all them beautiful baby parts. I think God did a wonderful job when he designed the female. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good one. How do you know God is a man? Because he created woman. Is there any more beautiful a thing on earth than a woman? Wow, this is a Cecil stream with the vulgar remarks. They killed Napster, and I will never forgive them. Oh, Metallica killed Napster. Michael Pernassi, you have done stuff for Wheel of Time, or is it your Wheel of Time theory in Game of Thrones? Hold on a second. Chuck Dixon, Mike Miller, Harvey Tollibow, Wheel of Time graphic novel. I did 5 issues roughly of this, and I have almost all the pages, I think. But yeah, Wheel of Time. You want to see some cool... This is the stuff I like doing. Big crowds of hundreds of characters. Big crowds of hundreds of characters. Big crowds of hundreds of characters. Oh, there's another one. I have a double page spread here of hey, look, more hundreds of characters. This was fun to do. Look at that. Look at that. That's Tarvalon, right? I think that's Tarvalon. I designed that whole thing based off the descriptions. Yeah, so... Oh, look, more Trollocs. Robert Jordan told me himself to my face, well, not to my face, in an email. He said that I drew Trollocs more like what was in his imagination than anybody else ever had in his entire life. So, and then he died. He died very shortly after, so no one ever did it better than me. No one ever drew a Trolloc closer to what Robert Jordan had in his head than I did. Isn't that great to know? I totally just jammed that back in my closet. I hope I didn't bend it. That's the stuff, Mike. So clean. Wow, that looks nice. Thank you. You found doing that fun? I wouldn't have the patience. I love drawing crowd scenes if I have the time and I'm getting paid enough. So that's why I created for the crossover event. I mean, you guys saw like in Lone Star, right? I mean, that's why I did, this. And, it would have been fun to do more. I loved it. So that's why I created the harem character for the crossover event, because I want a double page spread just full of freaking people. It's insane, huh? Who is my favorite Filipino artist? I don't know. It's a good question. There are some really good Filipino artists. I'm not going to pick one. Wheel of Time is miles better than Game of Thrones in terms of source material. Ugh. I disagree. But anyways, opinions. Pranesi says, how did I not know this? I love Wheel of Time. I spent my teenage years tracking down the hardcovers of the novels. Sorry. You never asked. If criticizing black people is racist, then that means I can lewd women who are of that race to avoid feminist hate and claim it's for inclusion. Huh? Those pages must have taken ages. They took some time. Aw, Pranesi now forgives all the bad things I say about Canada. That's sweet. Dang, I would have loved to have a cover with a girl on it for Lone Star #1. Be sure to back a Lone Star Soldier. Yes, please do. Sad, but at least your quality carries his legacy so well. Yeah. People were excited for their trilogy, D&D and Dumb and Dumber, aka Wills Protasio. I wouldn't say Wills is my favorite. I like Wills' stuff, but he was never one of my favorite artists, and I know there are better Filipino artists out there. Game of Thrones is lost with the books. Yeah. No, Lone Star is not from Wisconsin. Sorry. Let me give a click real quick here to Twitter and see if anybody is even in my green room. No one's in the green room. Doug Tenaple says he's watching it, but he's writing tonight. How can you be watching and writing at the same time? I have to have it silent to write. Oh, shoot. You know what? Hey, if you guys don't mind, I plumb forgot. I've been trying to find a moment to do this. Our friend, Doug Tenaple, sent me a page of art, and I haven't had a chance to open it yet. So I'm going to do it right now. It's an unboxing. It's like I was going to do just a video of unboxing this, but... Oh, look at that. Look at that. By Doug the Man. The unwashed one himself. Look at that, Doug Tenaple. Thank you for that. Zipcon Earthman. Judgy the Unicorn. Very nice. Can you guys all see that? Let me check my OBS here. See how this is looking. Oh, I've got to be over here. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty lovely. He's giving me something to cherish. And this will be worth $1 billion soon. $1 billion, I say, with a B. Nice. What is this, Skunk Man? Or Badger? The Badger. Oh gosh darn it, I forgot the name. Jackalope. Is that right? Jackalope. Brown bubbles in that page. Wash your hands after. Don't open it. Think of your children. Oh no, that's right. I forgot. The unwashed. Well, that's okay. I have, as usual, I thank you, Doug Tenaple. If you are watching instead of writing like you should be, this is page 29. And he wrote it. Doug Tenaple. Thank you, sir. But, as I must dutifully, I have my Doug off here. Getting rid of all of the Doug bacteria that he sent to me in that package. Trying to murder my children. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. Did something happen today? Oh man, my OCD would be screwing with me if Mike was drawing that sketch cover for Mina. I got the Doug off. He puts Jill in all the time. Derek Robertson is a liberal, but a real good dude. I've talked with him quite a bit, and he respects the opinions if he disagrees with them. Why are you talking about Derek Robertson all of a sudden? I've known Derek. I mean, I haven't talked to him in forever, but I've known that guy for 26 years, 27 years. Who brought up Derek Robertson? Was that you bringing up Derek Robertson? Why would you bring up Derek Robertson? What does Derek have to do with anything, Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy, what does Derek have anything to do? Get it off. Well, hopefully Doug's germs will have managed to die over the course of floating around in that box, traveling all the way from Tennessee to here. It's possible. New from Blockchain Brad. Alright. Gonna need there we go. Oh, we were talking about favorite artists. I inked my first project that I inked with a brush was Solution number 2 over Derek. I met him at what was that place? Oh, thank you. Darn it, now I have to eat. Thank you. Macaroni and cheese. Dinner of Champions. Thank you, Lord, for this food. I thank you for your blessings. And thank you for this family. And hope this is good for my body. Even though I know it's not. In Jesus' name. Amen. A new disguise. What was your question? Let me scroll up and see if I can find your question. Ever drawn your wife or kids' faces in any of your comics as background characters?
He drew me as that one.
I drew Elijah as Joffrey. The cover of Game of Thrones. Issue 4 or 5 or something like that.
I didn't know it was an insult at the time.
He didn't know it was an insult at the time. I wasn't trying to insult you. Joffrey is described as having the face of an angel in the books. And my son had the face of an angel.
You know who else has the face of an angel? Lucifer.
Oh, that's true. And yeah, I drew. There was a cover for Zenoscope I did where I put the whole family on the cover. Carbs and mac and cheese, Mike. The carb. I know, but I don't have time to go cook a steak. And we don't have any steak. That's another part. I have to be here shilling my comics. Here. You don't have to watch me do this. Instead, you can stare at Lone Star, Soul of the Soldier. Actually, let's see how we're doing. 60,606. 61,019. We have broken the 61,000 barrier. Woo! Watching Mike eat makes me sad. Why? Why does that make you sad? High carb is trash. It is trash. It's the cheap way to survive. It's not, I wouldn't call it living. It's surviving though. Yeah, I think it was this cover and our good old friend Dennis Peruch putting us over. Let's see. Let me scroll up. 644. We got 2 contributions. Let's see what the first one is. Yep. Thank you, Dennis. And Jason kicked in for Lone Star for the Troops. Thank you, Jason. So appreciative of those getting the Lone Star for the Troops tier. Truly. You're doing something good and you're helping me to do something good. And I appreciate it very much. And the troops will appreciate it. Oh, and I just got another one from Keith for Lone Star 1 and 2B. Thank you. Thank you. Very appreciated. Mucho apreciado, dude. Why aren't you putting hot sauce in this?
Yes.
You forgot to put hot sauce. You gotta put hot sauce. You can't have mac and cheese without hot sauce. Tapatio. Or as the Italians call it, tapaccio. Alright, back to chat. Dennis Peruch, the red most valuable player. Yeah, P Money, I was drawing because 2 other people have bought this tier, and I was mentioning earlier that that I can send these out right away because I have them all printed. They're Heart of the Hero if you're just buying that tier by itself. It's Heart of the Hero, so I can get these done now as they are ordered instead of waiting for the campaign to be over and then waiting for them to be printed and then doing them. I can do them as I go. And I was mentioning that, it'd be fun to do an angel one, and Dennis is like, I'll take an angel one. So, he's getting an angel one. So if anybody else wants to grab a sketch cover and let me know what they want on it, you can have it. Like, I can get them done this week and send them out. Force Ghost asked, you guys talking about bounding? We were. If you have a comment about it, let me know and I'll read it out and we can discuss. Still. Yeah, fascist Facebook. Bunch of one-sided so-and-sos. Lone Star's not Canadian. Victor the Ripper, don't let the lies fool you. Lone Star's of French descent, but that doesn't make him Canadian. Texas Pete and Louisiana hot sauce for the win. Louisiana hot sauce, good. Now I've got to use my dug off to get the whatever else off. Mac and cheese off. Crystal hot sauce is greater than everything else. Oh, Oh, I don't know about that. So, does anybody have any stories of people they've told about Lone Star who might have come to... He's not a Frenchman. He's not a Frenchman. I'm saying he's of French descent. It's like saying I'm a Viking because I'm of Norwegian descent. I am a Viking? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Mike's Insanity Sauce is pretty good, too. I'm sure you could probably get someone to go to work for you in new disguise, but that might mean they take your job. They took your job! Alright, let me pop this back over here. Alright. Now, as I did magically before, I will click on this, reduce it, and then hit transition. Magically. Bing! It'll change on the other screen. Look, I'm learning stuff. Nolans, that's right. That's right. That's where he came in. All right, finally. So, one of the talking heads in Comicsgate didn't send me his address. Wait, let me see. He purchased yeah, I got a bad address and it got sent back to me, and I emailed him about it like last month, and then finally I messaged him on Twitter today, and he's like, "Oh, damn, I really need to check that more." So good, we'll be getting that out. But also, I believe someone just snuck in another contribution. Let's swing back over there. You guys are gonna make this angel thing take forever, but that's all right. I'm okay with that. Legion Pack B. Dennis, dude, you're going nuts on the Legion packs, man. What is with you? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? EVS has stretched the number of pages of Cyberfrog. Gonna be a little while longer. Lone Star, better than Blade. Lone Star is from New Orleans, French Quarter. Well, his ancestors are. His ancestors immigrated through New Orleans, because if you French, you immigrated, or if you're of French descent, you immigrated through New Orleans. And but they moved to Texas at some point. I don't have an exact date on that. And Lone Star did grow up in Texas, just outside of Corpus Christi. Body of Christ. Dennis, it's a cool cover. Well, Dennis, how cool do you think the Gone with the Wind cover is? And I'm seriously, I was like worried that you were accidentally buying more than one set, because you're kind of going nuts, brother. I mean, go ahead, go nuts. I'm just saying, you're going nuts. What was Ray Thulu's idea? Someday Dennis is going to open the biggest comic shop in the country. It's going to contain all Lone Star. Let me see. How do I want to do her hair? I don't want to give her too high of a forehead. High foreheads work on some girls, but I prefer a slightly lower forehead. Looks like Mike is making an awesome cover. Well, you know what? Dennis is one of my two biggest backers. Actually, I think he's probably my biggest backer. I'd have to look again. But it was between him and one other guy. So I treat Dennis right, because he treats me right. We all right like that. Did Lone Star immigrate legally from Quebec to Texas? No, that is not what happened. There is no Quebec. In fact, Lone Star has never even been to Canada. In his 100 years on this planet, he's like, Canada? No, I remember the War of 1812. Remember the War of 1812. If you haven't, oh yes, please do continue to pimp per Kindle. And remember the Alamos, Alejandro. Hey Mike, been waiting for cash, but finally backed Lone Star. Keen to have some of your art. Oh, thank you, Lou. Any thought of getting together with one of the CG's indie creators to maybe space out their campaigns so they don't happen all at once? I can only worry about me, man. I don't have time to worry about everybody else. Sorry, I apologize if that hurts anybody's feelings. Thanks, Lou. Oh shoot, keep bumping back out. Alright, Lone Star, Jewel of the Jesuits. Somebody mentioned Lone Star Injustice as the title of the next series. I'm like, that would actually have been pretty smart. Injustice. The injustice among us. No, I'll call it Injustice. God among us. And it'll be about Jesus. Intimidation of the immigrant. Lone Star watched as the White House burned down by Canada in 1812. That's right, that's right. That's right, that's right. Lone Star ain't having none of that, man. Giver of the raspberry. Lou says, you're very welcome, Mike. Thank you. Happy to be able to support all the good work you do. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate you too, bro. Slick talker, silver tongue, some of the coolest one-liners. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I think I might put her in some stockings, though, just because it's more Elfrin. Just give it that classic 40s pinup feel. Needs of the necessary. Use the Schwartz. Did somebody have questions about Game of Thrones? Did I miss those? I thought there was supposed to be questions. Darn it, I kind of need to reference the dress she had on in the story now. You know, I pulled a bunch of here they are. I pulled a bunch of pages out from Dragonlance because somebody was asking, and then he didn't buy any of them. Once he heard my prices, he's like, "No, you want real real money for art. Yes, I do actually. I do want to give my artwork away. I'm terribly sorry if I disappointed you. That happens though. Occasionally someone will be like, hey, do you have any of these works that you used to do? I think it happened with my X-Man covers. It happened with my Judge Dredd covers. Hey, do you have any of these? And I'm like, yeah, here's the prices. Oh, I didn't know they'd be that much. It's like, dude, you're asking for like original comic book covers, and then what you want them for? What, like $100? Come on, give me a break. Give me a break, man. I'm a professional here. I'm a professional. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I am. It's true. Oh guys, Shazam was awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Wait, do you take fake money for art? Oddly, no. I know, right? What's wrong with me? Why wouldn't I take fake money? Okay. There we go. Lone Star, Release of the Rage. Mike, is the world of Ice and Fire ruled by pessimism? It seems that when someone tries to do good or avenge someone, they are killed more brutally than the villains. Your thought? Well, more brutally than the villains. Well, let's see. What villains have been killed? The thing about Lone Star, Game of Thrones, is they do tend to do that Naruto thing where they like, they try to make you empathize with the villains. Not always. Nobody really tries to get you to empathize with Cersei. She's just kind of the cold, harsh, true evil, I think. More evil because she's human than even the Night King. Sorry, concentrating here. Trying to draw a nose correctly. Are her eyes uneven? Her eyes are uneven. I wouldn't say Game of Thrones is falling apart. It's not what happened, not what people expected. It's still better than anything I could make, though. Yeah. I mean, it's just they're not as good at writing and coming up with really complex and deep stories like George's. They're just not. And it shows. But it is still, better than most of the crap on TV. Even with all that, we just have extremely high standards for George's work because it's George's work. He's genius. And I don't care who says he's trash. He's not. even though his political acumen is a little whacked. It's a little wackadoodle, but what are you going to do? Oh shoot, I feel like Billy Tucci messaged me today and I didn't look at it. Or maybe he just said something online and I didn't see it. It's Angel, Dennis. What do you think so far? Everyone must love Angel. Love her. Love her. Mike sees Billy Tucci everywhere. Didn't you go to school with the Game of Thrones guy or something? Victor the Ripper said. No, I've just been working for him in different capacities since 2003. For him or with him. Yeah. I should put my glasses on so I can do this right. I'm doing the outline with a slightly thicker pen because this paper actually does not do take quill well. So I'm doing it with markers, like our friend EVS does. Everything with markers. I'm doing these covers with markers. Is the High Council on? By the way, I haven't even asked. I haven't even checked. And I didn't get a notification for it, so is it on somebody's channel I don't sub to? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, but no EVS. Oh no, he's gonna get in trouble. Ethan's gonna be in trouble. Jeremy's gonna yell at him again. All the pretty parts. Billy Tucci probably wants you to be on his YouTube show, Crowdfunding Comics, so he can teach you how to do that. Yeah, no, that's what it was about. I know we were supposed to do something this week. I'm just really bad at scheduling. And this week is probably a little tight, although I'd do it still. As long as I have time. I need to start promoting more stuff. Oh man, I got so much stuff I have to do outside of this. It's like really hard to just maintain everything. It's really a case of juggling. Really juggling. It'd be funny as if Ethan wasn't on the High Council and he came on here. Why does Gone with the Wind always go through my head when I'm drawing Angel now? You guys in love with Angel yet? Are you? Tell me the truth. What you drawing, Mike? Peacemaker Studios. I am drawing Angel from Lone Star, Heart of the Hero, and Soul of the Soldier as a a sketch cover commission for one Dennis Peruch. So that's the thing with markers, is if you want a thicker line, you have to double up that line when you draw it, instead of just pressing down harder and splaying out a quill, or going a little deeper with a brush. It's just not the same action. Perkindo says, I don't know about the High Council. I recently unsubscribed from all the CG folks except for Blacklist Universe and Edwin Boyette. I also unsubbed from all the Star Wars channels too. Wow, you get sick of Star Wars, man? Yeah, where's Edwin? Edwin should bump in here for the Small Council, because thus far the Small Council's only been me. Oh well. Ah well. Just need to take a break from the negativity. I feel you, man. I try to avoid the negativity. I try to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Don't worry about your something and your strife. Da, da, da. I forget the rest of that song. The simple bare necessities of life. Alive and well. Art, get in here, man. You got the link. Come chat for a bit. We're just drawing. You don't have to be too involved with anything. Six days of no streams. Art was getting worried. Get small, Art. Yeah, get in the Small Council, Art. You will abide in the Small Council. King Arthur. Ha ha ha. Alright. I'm gonna go in. I'm going in for the details. I'm not even paying attention to my email, so I don't get alerts when I get another contributor. So if you guys see something, say something. See something, say something. You know what would probably work here? Is my Bimoji pens. Except I still want to thin her brow. Yeah, I'll probably use the Bimojis for this. Did you see one of my book ideas I'm writing? I'd like to see if you think it's an interesting story. Gosh, I get into that sticky wicket place with reading other people's stories, man. Not really something I like to do. I mean unpublished stuff. That's A lot of writers are like that. They get real sketchy about reading other people's unpublished stuff.
Michael?
Yes, sir. Is that the voice
there?
from heaven? I hear a voice from heaven. Is that an Art Bear?
Oh.
Let me see.
Hello?
Let me bring my window. Hey, can you hear me? Art? Art, can you hear me? What's going on with Art? Why can't Art not hear me? Brave, browser, Hangout. Art. Artie, can you hear me? Art has left the call. Why, Art? Why did you leave the call, Art? I had you up and everything. He sounded like he was in pain. I know, poor Art. Whatever shall we do with Art? Well, if he pops in again, I will bring him up on screen. Art T Bear, we can hear you, but Mike cannot so far. I heard Art for a minute. I heard him come in, but then he was just like, wah, 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 wah. You want me to read the synopsis? Yeah, but what if I think it's a great idea and I want to steal it? Then you'd be like, but. I know, I would try not to, but must be in the middle of Tank Heist or something. Tank Heist! I heard him call me too. Art! Art, are you there? Art, can you hear me? Try to understand. Art, can you help me not be frightened? Let me see if this brush works. Can you hear me praying every word I'm saying?
Mike, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Mike.
Art.
Testing.
I can hear you, Art. What's wrong?
Testing.
I hear you. Where's Art? I hear you. You can?
I can't hear you.
Oh no. Oh, you're listening to the after the fact.
Oh no, I can't hear you.
Oh no.
Yeah. I can only hear you through your live YouTube. I can't hear you through Hangouts.
Oh
I
man.
gotta figure this out.
You should get your microphone connected to OBS and not to Hangouts.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me turn on settings. Microphone. Let me switch my microphone to my... No? Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Settings. Microphone.
Can you hear me now, Art?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You just got really loud.
No? Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. You just got really loud. No?
Oh, Art.
I can only hear you through the YouTube. That's why it's echoing, because the only way I can hear you is through YouTube.
Oh.
I can only hear you through the YouTube.
Can you hear me now?
That's why it's echoing, because
Art, can you hear me now?
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna click out, man.
When boomers meet. All right, Art. Sorry, brother. The chaos. Everybody else is working. What's his face was in here earlier? Ben Henderson Hennessy was here earlier, and it was working, Art. So whatever the problem is, I'm gonna blame you. I hope that's okay. Go into your Hangout settings and make sure it's set to your headphones. Sorry, no worries, Art, man. Thanks for trying, buddy. You made the effort. You made the effort. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to do it. What if that's just Art's mad genius? He doesn't really want to come on. He wants to look like a good guy. So he comes on and he pretends like he can't hear me. Just so he doesn't look like he's a bad guy for not coming in. Genius. Art is an evil genius, I tell you. Art isn't small council material. Lone Mike. Yeah. My small council remains the smallest of all councils. I counsel myself. I'm very, very counsel-y today. I'm a self-counselor. Self-counselation. This could get weird if I keep talking about this. Alright, I will stop. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So how many of you guys watched our Order of the Green Hand last night? Or the Night's Watch on Order of the Green Hand with Malin and the Green Hand folks. The fine green hinders with all the fancy ideas and whatnot. I'm singing. Mike is the loneliest number. Aww. Or belongs on the minuscule council after that. Art is on the Kiss Council. You know, my daughter was playing some Kiss in the car yesterday. And it reminded me why I don't like Kiss. Yeah, lamb sounds delicious. Is Mommy going to bring me some lamb? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. The only way of loving me, is to pay a lovely fee. Just one night, give me just one night. There's no way, 'cause you can't pay. In the name of love, one night in the name of love, you crazy fool, I won't give in to you. Love lifts us up where we belong, where eagles fly on a mountain high. I'm glad I could bring a little chaos to your show, Michael. Thank you, Art. I can count on you for that, brother. Love makes us act like we are fools, throw our lives away for one happy day. Does anybody know what I'm singing? It's a medley from a movie. We should be lovers. We can't do that. We should be lovers, and that's a fact. Nothing would keep us together. Sorry, I tend to quiet up when I'm doing really careful bits. Just for one day. Know the song, but can't recall the movie. I've seen the movie, but I can't name it though. Moulin Rouge. There you go, Darth Cisco. And with a name like Darth Cisco, the answer is clear. Hello? Yes.
I don't need to do the dishes.
Is she back?
Wait, where is she?
She's at class, acting class.
Oh.
We
This
should
is the
be
game.
lovers, and that's a fact. Nothing
No.
would keep us together.
Do you want some? Can you donate?
Oh, yeah. I have to come get it? Do you guys mind staring at this for a bit while I go eat a piece of lamb? Isaac, can you keep my
I'm gonna eat.
can you keep my audience? You're not gonna keep my audience entertained? I'd entertain my audience.
I'll play guitar.
Huh? Talk to the chat.
Yo, you guys should watch me play Factorio. Show more macaroni. It was much more interesting, right? Yeah, I really don't like it. I don't like it when he sings. Because when we're in the car ride back home from like youth group and stuff, he'll start singing a duet with my sister. And I really don't enjoy it. It's really annoying. Wow, there's a big delay on the stream. Is it like 60 seconds? So yeah, he got this new screen for his mic. I don't think it makes it sound better. Oh, the game? Oh, my game is going for $60 because it's a small print run, basically. My goal is to sell at least 100 copies for the Kickstarter, otherwise it won't be able to make it. Anything over that will be great. I'd be happy with just 100. That would be really good. Yeah, at least he doesn't sing those songs too. Yes, this is Mike's son. I'll show that. I'm not launching tonight. I would like to, but I'm waiting on an animator to do some stuff for my ad. I want it to be way better than my dad's ads. But then again, I make his ads, so I could make them way better. The game is called Masters of Disaster. And in this game, it is a tile laying game and also a population control game. And your goal is to eliminate every other player's populations with natural disasters. And not just natural disasters, there's unnatural disasters. Like, there's a kaiju, there's like an eel-nado, totally not a parody of Sharknado. And, yeah. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to start launching this campaign. The biggest problem I have is getting the word out, because I don't have... The board game audience I've seen from YouTube is pretty small. Like, the biggest channels are like parts of other channels, like the Yogscast. They have a board game. If you guys know who that is, they used to be a really big gaming channel on YouTube, but now they branch out with other stuff, and they have a board game channel. And so, but this one's still, it's really small compared to the rest of the channel. And so, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get the word out about it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Kickstarter instead. I was talking to some board game people. They have a big chat on Discord. And they're saying that most of the board game audience is on Kickstarter instead of Indiegogo. I would like to launch on Indiegogo, but if most of my audience is on another platform, I'm going to move to that platform. Yeah, not exactly Rampage 2019. I mean, okay, so just so you know, guys, I'm always open to suggestions for my board game, because I have natural and unnatural disasters. I have, like,
Well, yeah, it's a video game movie, but well, okay. So there's so many different scenarios in this board game. I've never played two of the same games. Like, no two games are the same. And also, I don't think I've ever won a single game of this game. Because everyone I play with thinks that because I made the game means I'm the best at the game. And that is not true at all. Yeah, oh wait, Sweetcast? No, I haven't. My day's been good. I got some more progress on getting closer to Kickstarter. I got a bank account set up. Yeah, I've been developing this board game for like I want to say 4 months, but most of that, no, maybe 6 months, but most of that time has been empty space in between. Because when I work on things, I work really fast. Oh yeah, I already made a Thanos Snap parody. That was like way ahead of you, buddy. Take Dad's channel. No, I'm not very good with YouTube. I used to have a big well, not big, but I used to post a lot of videos to my old YouTube channel. I used to heavily edit well, not heavily edit, but I used to edit my videos. But that just got so time consuming and took all the fun out of it. Yeah, that's the biggest thing about advertising. Is all about just getting the word out, because if you have an amazing product and no one knows about it, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, no. Okay, so for playtesting, I was gonna maybe do a tier. It'd be kind of like a beta test tier on the Kickstarter. And if you join that, you get... So I'm planning on adding future cards to the game. I don't want to add, like, too much stuff to the starter pack. And so I'm gonna be adding some kind of like DLC. I don't know what the word for that in real life is. Or add-ons. I'm gonna add some add-on decks for it later. But if you're a beta tester, you're going to get all those add-on packs, all the cards I'm working on right now. And you're also going to get the full game, and you're going to get it as soon as possible. Because I'm going to have the beta test team. They're going to be refining the game and everything. They're going to be giving feedback. And then after that, after I get that feedback, I'm going to develop that into the final game. And then I'm going to give it to all the other backers. I know how it plays. Yeah, the game's really fun playing. The more I play it, the more I like it, which is usually a good thing for me. Because in the beginning, I'm really critical with the things I make, and so the fact that I really like it more and more is a really good thing for me, because that means I am actually on to something here. Yeah, expansion, that's it. A promo on Board Game Geek. I don't know. I wasn't sure about Board Game Geek. Yeah, the playtests. My earliest playtest was with little pieces of paper. But, oh yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. Oh, thank you, Lou. Oh yeah. That's the thing. My dad said a way to get the word out would probably be through like EVS and stuff, but yeah. But the thing, it's two different audiences here. Well, I'm sure there's some mesh in between. But this is like, we got a comic audience here, and then there's a board game audience. I don't know how much overlap there is there. And from what the game is pretty much all ages. I mean, except for the fact that you're like destroying entire populations and cities with natural disasters and stuff. But my brothers really like the game, and my friend, every single time he comes over, he wants to play the game. And
he's probably trying to sell Masters of Disaster.
oh yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
How's it going? How many committed Masters of Disaster buyers did you get?
I don't know. How many of you guys think you'd buy the game? Well, it's gonna be a huge lag because
Yeah, it's like 15 seconds.
Run some demos in shops. Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of
Read it.
that. Oh, I read it. It was way behind. Well, yeah, the board game market. There's this one website called boardgamemaker.com. I think that's the one, or the Game Crafter. There's so many little board games on there that don't get that many sales. Like, there's so many board game ideas out there, but a lot of them don't get traction. Oh, thank you, Mark Reese. We'll look into it. Seems cool. Yeah. As soon as the Kickstarter gets out, I'm going to be trying to get that out to everybody. Everyone says it's like, well, the game is like, I'm trying to think of a game to compare it to, because the best thing I could think of would be some kind of like Risk, but with natural disasters instead. But that doesn't even fully get into it. And everyone says it looks like Catan, but it's not, just because it has hexagonal tiles which connect the board. But yeah, it doesn't look like that. I could get out the game for you guys. Here, I'll be right back. Oh, that might be a good idea, Slickwork. Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna move this up here. So this is the game. It's called The Greater Good. Well, actually, this is the old name. The new name's Masters of Disasters. This is from an old copy of the game I made. Everything I've done to the game has just been adding on, like buying new decks and everything. Yeah, they're pretty expensive, but this is only expensive. I don't want it to be that expensive. I don't want it to be the price it is, but it's such a high cost for such a low print run. So these are the tiles. There's like water tiles, forest tiles. We got some mountains. Let's see, any cities? Yeah, here's some cities right here. And so the goal of your game is to eliminate every other person's populations. So like, let's say I was black and my enemies are red, I would want to wipe out all their people using these natural disasters.
Forever and ever. Oh my gosh, you brought the whole thing out.
Yeah. Elijah's already a better salesman than Mike. But yeah, so these are some of the disasters that you can use, like storms. That's pretty basic. But then we got better ones like hurricanes, and what else? Geomagnetic storms. And there's things that aren't like realistic, like a mutant uprising and wormholes and all kinds of things. There's a bunch of references in the game too, a bunch of little things. And so you're trying to use these disasters to try and destroy other people's populations. And so every round of the game, you get new tiles, and they expand every round to continually grow the map. In any city that has your people on it, like let's say I was blue, the round's over and now it increases by 1, and so does everyone else's. And so there's all kinds of disasters. There's so much variety in this game. I have like, I think 100 different disasters individually. Well, not just disasters, but also defense cards and things like that too. Oh yeah, exploding kittens. But oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
You have to read the point outs for the other people who
Oh,
don't know what you're talking about.
So, Amanda Lucy says that $60 isn't bad. Friggin' exploding kittens cost $30, and that's just 50 regular sized cards. Yeah, I agree with that. When you put it into that perspective, it makes more sense. I'm short selling myself.
Yeah, he thinks he only needs to make $10 per game. I'm like, you are cutting around.
Well, I don't want it to be too expensive for the people. I want them to get the game. Yeah. So I think my father wants this desk back right now.
Well, I do have to work.
Oh, is that someone's asking if you're going to be auctioning another Lone Star thing?
If I'm gonna be what? Will you be auctioning another Lone Star 9.8? I'd like one for a reasonable price. Well, if I auction it, I am hoping it will go for an unreasonable price. Why? Where else are you seeing them that you could get it for a unreasonable price? They're not black. They're pieces of color. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
I'm
Get it?
thinking one of
He's
them.
funny. He's making jokes. These are the jokes, people.
Keep
These are the
saying-
jokes.
Who keeps saying I don't think $6 is a bad price at all?
A man in lunacy. That's the same thing. Hey, we got a new contribution to Lone Star. Let's go check out the Lone Star. See how he's doing over here. 61,019 to 61,434. Holy Schnitzengruben. What are you guys doing? Is somebody like... What's being purchased here? 56 early birds. Are you guys buying more of the... No, only one sketch cover. How about Legion packs? 5 Legion packs claimed. Boy, Dennis, is this all you? New idea for story. Determination of a defender. You guys. Oh, a Lone Star for the troops. Thank you, Mike. I don't want to say your last name in case you don't want me to say your last name, but I truly appreciate it. Lone Starring for the troops. I super appreciate everybody who grabs the Lone Star for the troops. I appreciate everybody, obviously. But boy, getting that for the troops really helps me help them, and you're helping them, and it's just awesome. Oh, and Mike, another Michael, got the Lone Star Legion pack to boot. Very nice, very nice. Moving right along. I appreciate all of you. Wow. You guys are making me all tingly inside. Yes, yes. I'm tinkling inside. No, that's not correct. That is not correct. I want Lone Star 10.5. Schnitzengruben. Baby, please. I'm not from Havana. Thank you, Art. I would congratulate you on your technical prowess. 14 is my limit on Schnitzengruben. Oh, well, how about if we... Baby, please. I am not from Havana. What about later? It all depends on how much vitamin E I can get my hands on. You should sell some more of 90s art you did, then bag on the books. Sell some more 90s art I did. Oh. Sell it, then tell people how horrible it was. Yeah. Don't tell Art. He'll get mad when I bag on 90s comics because he was there too. See, that's the thing though. I was there too. I was working, so I have every right to criticize a period of comicdom where I was a professional comic book creator, artist. We could be heroes forever and ever. We could be heroes just for one night. We could be heroes. Oh, Angel Gates. Alright. I'm not a fan of Will Wheaton, but I still enjoy watching his board game series. Interesting, I didn't even know he had one. Right. You guys are both old. Hey, Dragon. That's not fair. Art is the much older, wiser man. And what older, wiser man is to take my place? My powers shall pass to Maximus, to be held instead until he can return power to the Senate. When I was younger, you once wrote to me of the 4 chief virtues, and reading your list, I knew that I had none. But I have other virtues. Ambition. That can be a virtue when it drives you to excel. Teenagers and games are $1 billion a year industry. Teenagers and games? Yeah, you mean like selling teenagers? That's kind of messed up. We don't condone that here. Just letting you know. You're probably looking for a different channel. Where would I go to buy Lone Star? Asks Mark Reese. Mark Reese, you can just go to LoneStarComic.com. LoneStarComic.com. And you'll find Lone Star there, ready and waiting for you to purchase. Commodus of Comicsgate. He wants the same thing you do. Then have him kill Commodus. I love that movie. I love that movie, man. Which older wiser man is to take my place? You shall not become Caesar. What older wiser man is to take my place? I would have killed the whole world if you would just love me. Okay, granted, he doesn't say it like that, but, you know. Gladiators is my favorite movie, so I have a good deal of it memorized. Just for one day, we could be heroes. Mike enacts his own council. I shall be the council. Today, we shall discuss comic books. Commodus? No, comic books. I thought I heard Commodus. We shall say, what does it mean to create a comic book worth reading? Is it something with pretty pictures? No. You see, pictures are just a part of the art form, but only a part of a greater whole. But I like the pretty pictures, sir. I like the pretty pictures. Can't we just have comic books made out of pretty pictures? No, young John Malin. That is not how it works. You see, pictures are an important and a very necessary part of comic books, but in point of fact, you can have excellent comic books, even if the pictures are not the greatest in the world. That doesn't make any sense, sir. What on earth are you talking about? Comic books, they're all about big double-page splashes and giant creatures rising from the depths to destroy a
Are you
city.
losing your...
Can you hear me? Edwin, can you hear me? Oh no, Edwin can't hear me. Maybe it's on my side.
Yeah. That sounds fine.
All right, I might have to jump. I might have to dump this. All right, Elijah, I need IT.
Failure of the stream.
No, not the stream. I'm gonna have to dump this.
Oh.
I might have to dump
How you
this. thing
doing,
out.
Mike?
All right, can you hear me?
I can. You were a little bit quiet in your...
Wait, test
And
1,
your
2, 3. Are you
performance.
listening to me at this exact moment?
Yeah, now you sound better.
Okay. That's really weird. All right.
Yeah.
Were you listening to
the
my
audience
crazy
agrees
rant?
with me.
Wait, why? What did the audience? What were you saying?
Well, I asked if you were losing your mind.
Oh,
I think
it's
that-
entirely possible. Art, I
that
think you
train-
could probably come in now. I think we might have fixed something. I just jumped in. And my mic's 2 hours in, and he's gone insane. I was being my own
Sounds
small
echoey.
counsel. You sound okay to me, but I don't know, man.
We'll figure it out. And chat, let us know.
Chat, baby 1, 2. You didn't like my high counsel, my self-appointed high counsel.
Oh,
It's-
man.
How
All
do
right,
you
so I
mean?
only caught a little bit of your Order of the Green Hand. What was the verdict on the last Game of Thrones episode?
I believe we all gave it a 5 or a 6.
5.
5 or a 6, something like that.
Okay. I'm very echoey, and I'm not doing anything odd. I've got my headphones in and such.
Well, I think we can live with echoes. Echo.
Slick Rick says Edwin sounds like he's in a cave. Well, let me check my audio source to make sure it's coming. No,
Yeah, that's
it's
weird. You sound good on my end.
interesting.
And Lou says no echo here.
Wait. Don't talk. Just let Edwin talk.
Maybe it's just some YouTube nonsense.
Your mic's picking it up.
Well,
Interesting. Only some of the people are getting echoes. Mark
can turn-
Reese, how do I get issue 1? Didn't back last time. No worries. So what you want to do when you go to the Indiegogo page, Lone Star, Soul of the Soldier, you're going to go down to the tier called Lone Star 1 and 2B signed. $2 tier that's going to get you this current copy, so that's going to get you the Malin and Miller cover, get you issue number 1, so you haven't missed out. Looks like there's about 223 of those left. This
Where's your chat?
my chat.
See, Lou says, how's your day been, Edwin? Well, I worked all day yesterday. I came home, tried to sleep. I slept for about an hour, and then I went out to a job site for about hours. So I'm just waking up now, having my first cup of coffee.
Oh my. Can Edwin hear me, or are you still messing with stuff?
I can hear you. You're a little bit quiet, but I can hear you.
Well, Elijah's trying to manipulate things. Yeah, you have to turn me all the
Oh.
way up. My mic's gain is way too low. All right, thanks.
Turn it up. Hey, is that Freedom Mike? We'll turn it up.
Turn it up, man. Only our generation, Edwin. Only our generation gets that.
Oh, yeah,
So
this-
if you're younger than 30 or so,
Yeah.
back during
Well,
the
then give me some
80s,
headphones.
back during the 80s, there used to be commercials for like musical compilations, and Freedom Rock was like a compilation of, I guess, like hard rock. It had two kind of like hippie looking guys talking to each other.
It wasn't hard rock. It was like Woodstock rock. It was like Simon and Garfunkel and some, I think probably some Jimi Hendrix and some Crosby, Stills and Nash. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was freedom rock, man. You know, for the freedoms. Muerta asks if this sketch is for Indiegogo or an auction piece. This is an Indiegogo sketch. This is actually for Dennis Peruch. I was drawing. A couple of people have already purchased these sketch covers, and I was lamenting that that I couldn't draw Angel on them because it says that it's a Lone Star sketch. And then Dennis piped in and said, "I'll take an Angel." I said, okay. So he bought one, and I'm doing an Angel. So if you want an Angel, just slide on over to that perk and purchase. It's kind of the only way to get me to do a commission right now, because I'm not taking commissions. And yeah, so if you want something other than Lone Star, and you get one of those commissions, just tell me what you want exactly.
So now, which tier gets Heart of the Hero sketch covers?
The sketch covers. I'm not doing Soul of the Soldier sketch covers. That's not, So if you want a sketch cover, it's got to be Heart of the Hero.
Got it.
So.
Okay, I see it now. There's the $200 tier. There's the $300 tier. But yeah, it does say Heart of the Hero.
Yeah.
Or Hoth. It says Lone Star Hoth.
Yeah. The nice thing about this is since I have these covers already, if you order one, I can send it to you as soon as it's done. You don't have to wait months until Soul of the Soldier is done. I can get this done, and I can get this to you. And I'm almost done with this one. So, if somebody else
Very good. All right.
Something, let me know.
So, what is your theory for next week's Game of Thrones?
My theory?
What do you think's going to happen?
Like who's going to die?
I think. Well, let me tell you before you share with me. I think Arya and the Hound are already inside King's Landing.
Oh, by the time next episode starts? Oh yeah, for sure. Because they got their. It's just two of them. They can move way faster than the army. So yeah.
And they left before everybody else. Yeah.
And I'm sure Arya probably knows how to sneak around in there. I don't know.
Scott Smear says people will die. Yes.
Indeed. People will indeed die.
There's one confrontation that's been building up since season 1, and that's the Hound versus the Mountain.
That is correct. That is correct.
So I assume that has to happen in the next 2. Well, there's only 2 episodes left.
That's right.
And I think there'd be a nerd riot if they didn't have a sword fight.
Yeah, that definitely has to happen. I don't know. I mean, it's weird because technically Arya should be the one killing Cersei. Because she can get in there and just whack her quiet like. But they already had Arya kill the Night King, and you can't have Arya killing the Night King and Cersei.
I think Jaime's going to kill
her. That was a theory. That was a theory we were talking about last night. Actually, I brought that up. If they did a Mad King redo, right? Like there's Cersei has just tons and tons of wildfire under the kingdom, just like Mad King Aerys did. and then decided, or told Jamie that she was going to blow the whole place because she was losing the war. And then Jamie's just like, the things I do for love. Just Queen kills her. The Queen killer. That would be a...
Draken thinks that Jamie is going to defend Cersei. Interesting.
I don't know, because Euron's there. And Jamie is the jealous type.
So is the Greyjoy story over aside from Euron? Because Theon is done, and the other gal is theoretically in the Iron Islands, yeah?
Gosh, yeah, they don't seem to be calling on them for this war. But I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe they will call on them for the war. It's entirely possible, I guess.
And then what else can be up? I feel like there has to be a revisit to Brienne of Tarth, because presumably, if I was making the story twist, the heir to Casterly Rock.
Well, he would be bastard born, so he wouldn't be. Unless somebody unbastards him like Danny just did with Gendry.
Oh, I see.
I liked that moment.
Yeah, that was a good moment. It was interesting watching that. And she's watching everybody else reconnecting with people. And then she's just kind of sitting alone with her Starbucks cup.
Well, when they were picking groups, she went out for Starbucks. What do you expect?
Oh, very good. Very good. All right. So where are we at a Lone Star? 61,434.
Have we refreshed?
832 backers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I ain't complaining.
So when is
Here, Dennis, I think I'm done. What do you think? If Dennis is still in the chat. We could be heroes.
Dennis Peruch. Mark Reach says, just pledge. Good night, guys. Hey, thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. 61,492. 832 backers. 18 days left. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, so you know what? I need to go get a bag to put this in. I'll be back.
All right. Mr. Hailstorm 74 says, Mike drawing the thigh highs. Yeah. Yes. You have to put on that a Police song or that Sting song. Angel, you don't have to put on the red light. You don't have to sell your body to the night. Angel. What happened to Edmund Tully Edmire? Well, that's a good question. Didn't the Red Wedding? I cannot remember. That is a very good question. Durakin says Daenerys, Cersei's, Euron, Jaime area, and the Clegane are all going to end up dead by the end of the series. Man, I'd kind of like the Helm to make it.
I don't know. It seems like the Hound is never going to be happy, so what do you want? Think he's going to kill his brother and then finally be like, now I want to take a wife and make little puppies. I don't think so.
Yeah. Between his personality type and his persona, happiness is probably not in his
right
future.
Well, Muerta, if you're still in the chat, do you want to get one? Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be working on one of the other ones that I owe. It's Lone Star Drawing. I go.
Let's see. Comics Legend says, whatever happened to Robin? Last we saw him, he was left training.
Oh, please. Robin is such a nothing.
Did they kill him? I can't remember.
No, not that I remember. Not that I can recall. I don't think they had any reason to kill.
Yeah. He's a little too special needs to...
Yeah, right. Yeah. Thank you, Art T Bear. I appreciate that. Art, do you want to try to come in again? I think we might have fixed the problem. It might have been. It's possible it was on my side. Was it the phrase, who were the Karstarks? Karstarks is spelled with a K. The Karstarks are cousins to the Starks. And the phrase, what do you mean, was it the phrase? Was what the phrase?
Sounds like a rock band, doesn't it? Kind of like a pretentious rock band.
Yeah.
The phrase.
The phrase and the Karstarks. Coming at you on Freedom Rock 2.
Just
Muerta
over
says,
here.
of the original covers, which one are you most fond of? Of all four? So Muerta bought the option to get one of my original covers from either Lone Star Heart of the Hero or Lone Star Soul of the Soldier. Honestly, the one I'm most fond of right now is the one that's going to be on sale on Thursday, the Gone with the Wind one. But that's because I'm an old romantic. I'm an old softy. I just think that's a romantic piece. Not that I want my comics to all be romance novels.
You should draw Fabio on one.
Hey, I'm considering it.
The phrase featuring Edwin Boyd on saxophone. Saxophone.
Saxophone. Saxophone.
So let me ask you something. It seems like Game of Thrones is one of the biggest television events in the last decade.
Yeah.
What would be bigger than the Game of Thrones? Nothing really, yeah.
Nothing.
So
Walking Dead is second, I would assume. Although I would say Breaking Bad, just because Breaking Bad is so much better than Walking Dead. But as far as comic related stuff, for sure, or not comic, but sort of fantasy related stuff.
So how fiercely do you think they're trying to entice Martin right now to let them do something else?
They are doing other stuff.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, they're already developing other Game of Thrones related stuff. I think they're going to do a Targaryen story. I can't remember what else it was, but they're not doing Dunk and Egg, which whatever. I was really hoping they would because man. That's my story.
Spent a little bit of time thinking about that, huh?
Yeah. That's like the one book that, like, if I'm still doing all this other stuff myself, still publishing all my own comics and whatnot, and George says, "Hey, I've got the 4th Dunk and Egg story," I'd be like, "Yep, I'm doing that." Be like, Art T Bear, draw Lone Star for me for 6 months. Although I'd want to crowdfund it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. A Game of Thrones comic book now done correctly, the right story would probably crowdfund very well. How did that work? I'm guessing because I've not read your Duncan Egg. I'm guessing there's much less degeneracy in that comic than is shown on HBO.
Oh, in the Duncan Egg story? Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
yeah. Elijah read it. There's some drinking. There's
Yeah, I read it.
there's a bedding, but I drew it, so I get to keep her covered up. There's a royal bedding in one of the stories. So
Oh, get you. Oh, you mean with the bedding that comes at the end of a wedding ceremony?
yeah, a wedding then a bedding. Yep.
A wedding then a bedding. The fire dragon says Bran should turn into a night king. Would make his death seem less anticlimactic. But he hasn't died.
Well, that's what we were thinking. Because Bran is an ancient entity now, right? The three-eyed
Right.
crow, the three-eyed raven, as they call him in the show. And when he's sitting there talking to Sam and he says, "I'm waiting for a friend," he wasn't waiting for Jaime Lannister, right?
Yeah.
He was waiting for the Night King. So there's something about their relationship and his disappointment, essentially. Looks like I'm gonna have a call out for what to draw here in a second. No comment. Muerte, you're gonna have to either message me here or email me. But he he seemed disappointed that Arya saved him from the Night King.
Did he?
Yeah, or at least extremely nonplussed. He was just like, and if he had some greater plan, I kind of liken it to the whole Wheel of Time concept, where it just like sort of perhaps there's some way that he and the Night King would, I don't know, merge, or I don't wouldn't even know. I don't have any words to put to it exactly, but that might have restarted the Wheel of Time or broken the Wheel of Time, as they said that in the series earlier, they said they break the wheel. She's gonna break the wheel. And I know that Martin was a big fan and a friend of Robert Jordan, so much he even named one of the maesters Maester Rigney after
Hey,
Robert
not
Jordan's
to
real
interrupt you, but Muerte Anuncia says, Blantless Universe, Peruch has got good taste. Put me down for an angel.
All right, let's do your angel now. I gotta go dig up another good copy though.
Some of that, I'm not sure you should read too much into Bran though, because Bran isn't human anymore the way you or I are human. He doesn't have those wants. He's not living in.
Well, that's the other interesting thing, was when he said, "I don't want any more." He didn't say that earlier. He said that after the Night King was vanquished, right? Did he want something with the Night King prior to that?
I just don't think he's. I don't think he's motivated by some of the same way that you or I would, because he's not experiencing time in a linear fashion, right? And presumably he already knows how he dies.
No, he can't see into the future. He can see
I
into
can't
the
see
past.
into the future at all.
Well,
I thought he
think
said he
maybe
could
he
see
can
into
get
the future.
some weird, weird visions, but not. He can't see the future like he can see the past.
So let's see. Blacklist Universe. Bran can warg into anything, possibly be the dragon. He can also go into the past and affect the future, just like he did with Hodor. So he can go back in time and make Cersei go crazy. Well, I've been thinking that maybe he warged into the Mad King.
Yeah, that's a theory too.
That's why the Mad King was mad and was saying, "Burn them all." He's seeing something else.
You know, with Muerta and one other purchase, we're up to 61,797 now.
Oh, very cool.
Shibuya. Hot diggity, I say.
All right, so when the campaign closed last time, how many backers did you have? I mean, not the in demand, but the active.
I think 2,600 and change.
No. When the actual active funding part.
Oh, a little over 1,000.
Okay,
No, wait.
very good.
Well, I had 1,645 purchases, but I think it was by like 1,000 something people.
I got it. Yeah, the difference between orders and unique backers.
Yeah.
Mr. Hellstorm 74 says, "I would rather see a new show based on the guy from the Temple of the Many-Faced God."
Oh, Jaqen Hagar.
Jakar?
Jaqen Hagar.
Jakar. What? You know, I've missed a couple of the middle season episodes. Does he make it? Is he still alive? Is he still out there?
Yeah, he's still out there. Still out there.
Oh,
On the other side of the sea.
on the other side of the sea. Gives a man 3 names. Was that part also in the novels? Or was that
No. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, okay.
That's way past the novels. Yeah, Arya is in Bravos.
Okay.
Still
Oh
in
wow.
novels.
Oh wow. So in reality, to catch up to where the show is now, he needs about 2 books.
Yeah, that's how many books he's got to do.
Which is about 2 more books than you're ever going to get.
Well, they say that Winds of Winter is done, and that he's waiting for this to be the show to be over before he announces a publishing date. I would love to hear that Winds of Winter and what's the last one? Dance with Dragons? Wait, no, Dance with Dragons was the other one. I forgot the name of the last one. Anybody know the name of the last book?
Let's see, David Handy says, "I think it's all a lie. An Arya is actually the Game of Thrones villain. And that she faked the Night King's death. She has a list like a sick." Oh, I think I'm allergic to you, Miller.
God bless you, my son.
Maybe it's Arya that becomes the Night King.
Sure, why not?
Right? Because she can do the thing with the faces, so physical appearance isn't necessarily a barrier.
The ability to command the weather and all that might be a barrier to entry.
Well, you just take some training and you got to find the right ninja scrolls, and then you do the One Punch Man workout, and it's possible.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike.
That's correct.
Just got to have some aspirations and be willing to put in a little bit of work. You too can be the Night King. And then Captain Canada says, "You also need, I need some tea. I need some green tea from Starbucks."
All right, I'm gonna give this the old Elfgren. I think anytime anybody asks me to do an angel pinup or an angel drawing, I'm gonna do an Elfgren pose. Kind of stays in keeping with the whole idiom, I think. My own particular.
Let's see. And then
himself.
Melisandre
Yes,
did see blue eyes for Arya. Yeah, you'll shut many eyes forever, right? Brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes.
yeah, that was interesting. See, for me, that I liked that as part of the show, but it really does it hobbles all the prophecy of the books. So I really do think the books are going to be a lot different from the way the show ended, or the way the show ends.
That's okay. It gives you two different things. I mean, you have similarities, but now you have two different things to enjoy.
Yup.
Well, you would have two different things if Martin was ever actually going to finish the books, which he's not.
I'm going to laugh if he's done. If he's done and he's just been waiting for the show to end on HBO. That would make me laugh.
Do you think he's been waiting just so that there's not divergence? Produce two different bits of new material at the same time?
I don't know. I think it's possible because he has been working on these for so bloody long. And I think he probably, if it's like he did with crows and dragons, he split the books up, right? So he was essentially working on two books at once, which is essentially, I think, what he did with the first manuscript for Game of Thrones, where it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think, the books just kept getting split up, but he had material from Game of Thrones that he then put into Clash of Kings, and likewise, he might hopefully have done that here, and either is done with the last book already, or has so much of it done that it won't be years and years and years until the next one comes out. Because he seems pretty spiteful about what the boys are doing at HBO.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I think it might be like not wanting to, not wanting to fan their flame with his books because he's so mad about how they've screwed up his story.
Has he said that publicly, or?
He can't say that publicly. But on
Yeah.
his blog yesterday, he posted all of these praises for all of these HBO shows that are coming out and stuff. And he's posted all these praises about Endgame and whatnot, and how to properly use crowds of characters in a war scenario and all this stuff. And it was like all this soft digging at the Game of Thrones, but he never mentioned the Game of Thrones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still enjoy the Battle for Winterfell.
Yeah, I did too.
I've watched it 3 times. Yeah.
I did too. But I still, again, if I'm looking at it as a book reader, that's really throwing every, and you know what, even as a show reader, all the prophecies they set up for Azor Ahai are just in the trash. Right?
In
You
the
did all this
trash.
lead up to Jon being Azor Ahai, and then the prince that was promised, and then you have Arya kill the Night King. It's just, it was great shock value, but it really took a great big dump on all the build up that has been done over the past years.
Oh, let's see. Azor Ahai, fairy hero who wielded a burning sword called Lightbringer. According to tales from Ashai,
Ashai.
Ashai,
Ashai.
and followers of Rahul? How? What the
Rolar?
crap are these names? Say it again.
Rolar.
Say it. Say it.
Rolar.
Say it.
Rolar.
All right. In some other cultures, the warrior is called Hirkun the hero, Yintar, Nefarian, and Eldritch Shadow Chaser. I'm looking at a wiki of Ice and Fire. Let's look at the legend of the Lightbringer. You ready?
Yeah.
Lay over a world and a hero, Azor Ahai, was chosen to fight against it, to fight the darkness. Azor Ahai, a hero's sword. He labored for 30 days and 30 nights until it was done. However, when he went to temper it in water, the sword broke. He was not one to give up easily, so he started over. He did something wrong there. This guy's not a very good blacksmith. All right. That's not part. The second time, he took 50 days and 50 nights to make the sword. Then the first. To temper it this time, he captured a lion and drove the sword into its heart, still shattered. You know, for time management is very important. Anyway, with a heavy heart, forehand, what he must do to finish the blade. He worked for 100 days and nights until it was finished. This time he called for his wife, Nissa, and asked her to bare her breast into her living heart. What the heck? What is wrong with this dude? Called for his wife, Nissa, and asked for her to bare her breast. Maybe Matthew Welton is the fulfillment of the prophecy. He drove his sword into her living heart, her soul combining with the steel of the sword, creating Lightbringer, the red sword of the heroes. Not a hero's sword, this is a butcher's sword. He had Lightbringer. Azor Ahai did not fight alone. The Jade Compendium mentions that when the hero thrust the blade into a monster, the creature burst into flame. Let's see. It is unknown if Azor Ahai is connected with the legend of the last hero who lived during the long night and helped to defeat the others. All right. So what's the prophecy here? According to prophecy in the ancient books of Ashai from over 5,000 years ago. So no, wait. When did the first men come?
Oh, I don't remember the timeline.
Right. In ancient books of Ashai from over 5,000 years ago, Azor Ahai is to be reborn again as a champion sent by Relor. This will occur after a long summer when an evil cold darkness descends upon the world. It is said that wielding Lightbringer once again, Azor Ahai will stand against the darkness. And if he fails, the world fails with him. And so here's the actual lines. There will come a day after a long summer when the stars bleed and the cold breath of the darkness falls heavy on the world. In that hour, a warrior shall draw from the fire a burning sword. Well, from his wife's breast, but okay. And the sword shall be Lightbringer, the red sword of heroes, and he who clasps it shall be Azor Ahai, come again, and the darkness shall flee before him. Melisandre has mentioned the prince that was promised and Azor Ahai interchangeably, though she tends to use the name Azor Ahai far more often. Interesting. Well, it doesn't say that Azor Ahai Does it? Says the darkness shall flee before him, but it doesn't say Azor Ahai is going to be the one who sticks his bit into the Night King.
Well, I think that is the implication with Lightbringer, and that's another thing. They just kind of, after Melisandre gave up with Stannis, Lightbringer sort of just stopped being part of the prophecy. Stopped being something that the writers paid attention to. In the books, it's Dawn, right? Sir Arthur Dane's sword is made out of a glowing meteorite. So it's implied or suggested or speculated that Dawn is Lightbringer. And
where is Arthur Dane's sword?
It is with a guy who Jon Snow wet nursed with. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So you have that Jon Snow connection to Lightbringer already in the story, but not in the show.
All right, here we go. All right, so from the books, The Clash of Kings. While burning statues of the Seven at Dragonstone, Melisandre of Ashai proclaims that Stannis Baratheon is Azor Ahai come again. Salladhor Saan tells Davos Seaworth of the hero's burning sword, Lightbringer. And then it says, in A Dance with Dragons, Jon Snow tells, is it Clytus or Clitus? I'm not sure.
Cletus. Hi, Cletus.
That he read Cletus. That he read the legend of Azor Ahai at the book Maester Aemon left him, the Jade Compendium. All right, Mr. Miller, I am going to start cooking some dinner here, but I wanted to come in because I heard you talking to yourself, and I was like, oh no.
Mike's lost it. He's going back.
Slick Rick, Edwin said breasts twice now. I feel funny in my tummy. Okay, well, hopefully you're not pregnant.
Hi, my brother. Thanks for popping in.
All right, brother. Aloha.
All right, aloha. It's only me and you and me. No matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. All right, let's see if there's been any change lately. 61,797. Still at 61,797. That is $203 away from $62,000. All right, let's see what you guys are up to in the chitty chat. If we assume that Jon, as the prophesied prince, then we can say that Dany is Lightbringer. She is the sword with her dragons. That's not... That's an interesting speculation. An interesting postulation. Maybe Qyburn will bring a dragon back to life. Marta asks, would you do a sketch cover with Lone Star and Angel in a scene from Temple of Doom? Email me a picture of the scene you're talking about, and we'll talk about it. Arya, however, does stand out in that her story is all about dealing with death, rejecting it, and becoming one with it, and eventually accepting it, and actually dying. Oof. Yeah. Is Art going to be in the book one of Lone Star's old-time buddies? I don't think I have any kind of flashbacks like that. Art's a little older than Lone Star, so... let's see here. Jon Snow says he doesn't want the Iron Throne, but him telling his sisters say otherwise. Dany's just fire. Euron Greyjoy should kill Arya. He is good at murdering girls who try to be warriors. Dropped those sand snakes with ease. I think Cecil hit the nail on the head. Henry Winkler will wake up out of a coma, and this will all have been Fonzie's dream. It makes perfect sense. You guys are funny. Aloha, Edwin. Aloha to you, my friend. I'm kidding. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't get the joke. I don't get it. Alright, so let me crunch up her shirt here a little bit. Trying to give her that sweet Elvgren kind of feel. Imagine you and me and you, no matter how they... Oh wait, that's not how it goes. I think Elvgren's shirt wouldn't be quite so low, huh? Oh no, that one's completely open. Anyways. Now we're just back to me drawing. And, back to me being the High Council all by myself. The small council. I am my own small council. I am my own small council. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I am my own small council. Let's see if anybody is on the Twitter here for me. Order of the Green Hand. Watch this immediately. Oh no. I have to watch something immediately. I guess you guys can listen to it. Danny forgot about the... Danny forgot about the Iron Fleet. What? Oh, you guys can't hear any of this, huh? Oh, that's too funny. Order of the Green Hand just sent me a video. Excuse me. Alright, the Game of Thrones world looks a lot like Earth. The twins would be the Panama Canal area. Any chance of your fellow Stanley Archer doing an Angel variant cover for your next Lone Star Indiegogo? Yeah. I think that's possible. I met Stanley in Japan, and he gave me some work, and I gave him some work, and I don't know, maybe. I'll just tell you guys who I'm actually talking to, though, is Kim Jong-gi. But keep that between you and me. According to Wiki, Edmure Tully is presumed to be still held captive by the Lannisters. Well, that's because there's no other news about the guy yet, so... I know, it would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie. You know what? Shoot. She doesn't have heels on in this outfit. Kim Jong-un. No. If you guys don't know who Kim Jong-gi is, then Google it. Or YouTube it. Kim Jung Gi. Kim Jung Gi. Kim Jung Gi. He's something else, man. Something else. And that would be epic. Mike is Trump's man in North Korea. do 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 do. Hey guys, this is epic. Da, 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 da. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. I sleep all night and I work all day. Hello, heroes. Hello, Hump. How you doing, bro? We're just here. Just like my dear mama. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. Sleeps all night and he works all day. Chop down trees, I skip and jump. I go to the lava tree. On Wednesdays I go shopping for buttered scones and tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. Sleeps all night and he works all day. I chop down trees, I skip and jump. I go to the lava tree. On Wednesdays I go oh no. Oh, I forgot it. I put on women's clothing and hang around in bars. No, that's the wrong lyric. That's the wrong one. If EasyVS is Caesar, then is Mike Shogun? Shogun. Have you seen Kim Jung Gi's pornographic drawings? Yeah, his son calls him a pervert. So funny. But no, I will not be requesting that. But it would be sweet, man. That guy is legend. One of the great artists of our time, illustrators of our time. Now Mike is confessing. Oh, a lumberjack song. I am confessing to my lumberjack song. Do 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 do. Chop down trees, I skip and jump. Go to the lava tree. On Wednesdays I go shopping for buttered scones and tea. How's your visuals on this? It looks okay? Cersei has him in some cell. Comics pages. What are you showing, Yafa Art? What are you showing? That better not be porn. Not on my channel. Is Marta still here? Wonder how he's liking his drawing. Looks real bloody nice, Mike. Oh, thank you, Lou. Thank you. Hey, he is here. He's a bit quiet, Hikaru. No, I'm being quiet, I guess. If you guys have any questions that might stoke my conversational abilities, It's hard to just wax rhapsodic while you're drawing, so, or rap waxodic. I always get that backwards. Or is it wax rhapsodic? It's wax rhapsodic. Lou's got a cruise. Take it easy. You too, bruh. Stay hydrated. Hope you have a great day. Real keen for my copy. Right on, bruh. Right on, right on. Don't you feel sometimes like you have the best job in the world? The best job for me, certainly. If somebody hates sitting at a desk drawing, I don't imagine it would be ideal for them. Some people like to be outside doing things. My friend Dave is a firefighter and loves to just spend as much time outside as possible, which, you know, when you're a firefighter, you spend most of your time not doing anything. So he has lots of time to just do nothing and be in nature and about nature and whatnot. It's cool, Mike. Just wondered if the update to my headset's drivers were messed up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I'm drinking coconut water, which doesn't seem to be lubricating my throat very well. Maybe I should stick to water. Puts on women's clothing and hang around in bars. Coconut water is a scam? What do you mean it's a scam? It's coconut water. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting coconut water. Being a comic artist is the best job in the world if you're in the third world like me. I earn more than a banker or an architect while I'm just sitting on my butt drawing. Yeah. You could draw outside also if you liked to. Yeah, I've drawn outside. I'm not going to bring my drafting table outside, but, you know. I've brought my computer outside and I've written outside. I've brought my sketchbooks out and I've drawn outside if I want to be outside. But I'm not going for a nature hike and bringing my drafting table with me. And hang around in bars. Does it have the pulp? Yes, it is the pulpy kind. I think all juices should have their pulp. Orange juice should have pulp. Coconut water should have pulp. Aloe should have pulp. So when will we be introduced to Lone Star's sister, who also got exposed to the same thing that Lone Star did, but has been hiding and working with a clandestine organization? Well, you know that Lone Star is working with a clandestine organization, right? The unknown soldiers are unknown for a reason. And he didn't have a sister. He had a brother, but that brother was murdered. Puts on women's clothing, hangs around in bars. Plot twist, he has a brother. That's not really a plot twist. Any questions? Any other questions about Lone Star? Or any of the other creations I have out there? Man and lunacy, that's just an insult. So mean. I ain't no boomer. It's so weird that even became a thing. Boomer. Like, boomers are my parents. They're boomers. How did that become a thing of just anybody who's a Luddite or semi-Luddite? Ben Ponchetti, if you get the For the Troops tier, you get the 4 covers plus Troops Get Sent comics. That is correct. And you don't pay for shipping, so you actually are getting a better deal than if you bought the 4 covers individually. Heck of a deal. Heck of a deal, I say. And I would appreciate. I appreciate more when people buy that tier than any other, really. Just because it helps the troops. What are Lone Star's thoughts on cereal floral? Well, I don't have Lone Star in our time, but it'd be, let's see, 2008. Let's see. Would he have? Well, he would have read maybe he would have read the books. It's an interesting question. I've never really thought about it. I guess he would like Serial Floral, but he would like him better from the books than from the show. Although I did like the big poofy poodle-haired version. Still, you know, you got to stick with the show, with the books. Do you cosplay at the conventions you go to? No, I do not. I do not. I don't cosplay. I make costumes for my children. Down trees, skip and jump. What are... Oh, you said that one already. I prefer to be a comic book artist too, just saying that it is financially advantageous. Sorry. Me brain no worky right now. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're making American money. And you said you're in the Philippines, right? If you're making American money in the Philippines, that's good. I mean, like my buddy was from Venezuela. Man, he had more bolivar than you could shake a stick at, because he was working for Americans through the interwebs. Got to the point he didn't even want me to pay him, because if he you know, somebody found out he was making $100 American and he went down to the Western Union to pick it up, he'd get mugged on the way home, because that kind of thing doesn't stay quiet. All right. I think Angel's looking pretty good. Syria Flora lives. I know this in my heart. What do you think about the theory? The theory that Syria is Jakan Hagar. I've heard that theory bandied about. Personally, well, I won't give my opinion until I hear from you. It would take me like a year to do 2 pages, but I would enjoy doing it for money if I were better at it. Well, it does take time. It takes time. It takes time to learn. Oh, I should have been doing a speed drawing with this, or a elapsed drawing. Shoot. I should do an angel cover like this for drawn and quartered though, huh? Been 1 hour so far. Oh, on this particular piece? Should I move this up a little bit? Is it hard for you guys to see? So who you guys listening to nowadays in the YouTube community? Sounds like some of you are done with the whole Star Wars thing. What are you moving on to? Moving up to? Moving on up, moving on up. You're moving on to listening to Mike not talk about anything at all. Doug. Yeah? Doug's Good TV. All Doug, all the time. Back onto martial arts content. Huh. Yeah. I do want to. If I wasn't campaigning right now, well, I don't know. I still like streaming. I like streaming, but at the same time, I like learning stuff too, and I can't just sit here. Okay, on D Live, I can sit here and I could stream and I could listen to whatever I want without any copyright worries. But now this ain't D Live, is it? This is YouTube. D Live won't stream. Elijah, you have to figure out why my D Live won't stream. Elijah, my D Live won't stream. Sword forging videos are rad. Yeah, man. What's Mike's preferred style of music? I like actually classical music. If I'm just listening to music while I work, classical is my preferred. So I could actually put some Mozart on here. But there are free to use Mozarts. I miss Elliot. Hopefully Doomkicker is amazing. I know. Elliot doesn't even come on my show anymore. What's up with Elliot? Too busy working. Too busy working. Don't you do it. Restarting in No. No. Dude, how do I stop this thing from restarting?
I don't know.
This computer, man. Alright, if in 14 minutes I just disappear from you guys, it's because my computer restarted. Hopefully I'll be done with this in 14 minutes and you guys don't have to worry about it. Haha. Ha ha ha. Once again, guys, if you have not been here the whole time, yes, the For the Troops perk is ideal for anyone. I mean, even if you just want 2, maybe even 3 of the covers, you don't want all 4 of them. Why you would not want all 4, I have no idea. But you can get the For the Troops perk, and it saves you on shipping because you get all 4 covers with no shipping. Plus, you get at least 10 copies of Lone Star Soul of the Soldier to the troops through. I'm not going to say through the USO because they screwed me over last time. But I'll be sending them. They'll be coming here directly, and then I will be sending them out to individual APO addresses, which I will be collecting from the community, so that hopefully we will be getting people who know that books are coming and are the kind of guys who would want those books coming. So I'm not going to do it the same way I did last time, where it was just a great big mess up. But last time they still did get to a lot of veterans. They went to the VAs around the country. But that's not what my original intention was. But, you know, hey, everything happens for a reason. So I'm not gonna dismiss that. I'm not going to just blow that off. I know everything happens for a reason. Lone Star, Mind of the Master. I think Mind of the Maverick. Although, I don't know. Here, let me move my mic down here so you can. Oh no, I'm gonna hit my mic with my brush. Mind of the Maverick is too much like Doctor Who. Or not the Maverick, the Master. The Master. Missy. Missy, the mind of Missy the Master. Time's at 9:30. Save the Fantastic Four. You are late, sir. You are indeed late. Please take your shoes off at the door. So what do you guys think about Angel here? What was your opinion of her in Heart of the Hero? I'd like to know audience response to the character I'm trying to get you all to fall in love with. She's a hottie. Needs more barefoot scenes. Oh, Ray. That is amazing work. Angel looks awesome on both covers. She could sell some books. Well, she's on the Gone with the Wind cover, so Hopefully that'll sell some books. I'm just going to cover this up. I like your ear sticking out.
Hello, hello, hello.
Is that to John Malin?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
All right, how about you?
Well, not too bad. Just woke up.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I took a nap.
Ah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
John Malin in the house, ladies and gentlemen. John Malin. What do you think about my angel?
I'm just getting on here. Yeah, no, it looks good.
She's my angel, baby. Did you get your Lone Star?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting to read that and Bigfoot Bill.
I thought you were
I
doing
have
that.
kind of a
I thought
day
you had
tomorrow.
a
so I don't know
day
if I
set
can do-
aside to do that.
Yeah, I tried.
Oh.
Mike. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of my sunroom and enjoy the day, but every nice day I've had, I ended up. So I had to blow out my gutters, contemplate replacing gutters altogether. So blow off my patio. Patio's looking good though. Tomorrow I got to mow the grass. I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Ugh.
So you own your home, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're in the middle of a refinance, to where we're getting it down to what we owe. Just in case the impending apocalypse comes upon us.
Sure. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Muerta, here she is. What do you
Yeah.
think? I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Does Angel have a right arm? Yeah, it's behind her.
These guys are rough.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I look like Ellis Goodson to you? Yeah, well, you know, he just he thought maybe she didn't really need a right arm at this point in the story. Love it. All right.
What have you been doing? Have you been streaming sketch covers first?
Yeah. I did this one earlier. Well, I was starting this one, right? I was just gonna be doing a Lone Star because I still have two I have to do that have been purchased from this.
Oh yeah, that one looks cool.
Indiegogo?
The telephone one.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, it's too bad I can't do one of Angel. And then, because on the Indiegogo it says it'll be a sketch of Lone Star. And then Dennis Peruch was in the chat and he's like, I'll take one of Angel. And then Muerta came in and he's like, oh, I'll take one of Angel.
Yeah, there you go.
So I sold two of these today, so that's $600 right there.
Nice.
And I can
they
ship
look great
these.
too.
I can go ahead and ship these out because they're already done. I could just close it out on the thing. And so my Indiegogo, because of that and because of a handful of other really nice purchases, has gone up from, where are we at? 61,897. So where were we earlier? We were at, I think we had just broken 6,100 earlier today. So is
Nice.
that right? No. We were just over 60,000. Gosh darn it. We made a lot today. Let me give it a look-see. Let me take a look here. Oh. Neck is still red.
61,897.
Yeah. Not too shabby. 1 day left on the John Malin cover.
Oh, nice. So that is
I'm
ending. What is
check-
that? Wednesday then?
Ends Thursday around noon. I'll swap them out. But check this out, dude. the Lone Star Legion pack, cover B, that's 5 of them have claimed. That's 10 copies, so 50 of them just with this. Dang it, my PC is going to restart, Elijah. How do I make it not... This stream is going to end in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Because this PC...
Actually want to keep going?
Does the what?
When don't they normally keep going? Don't you have like a 5-minute time in to get back into your Hangout? That's
yeah, but I'm not on Hangout. I'm on OBS.
Mm-hmm.
I could start another stream.
Well, that's up to you. You've already rolled 3 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, I'm almost at $2,000 today already. Almost.
Yeah, 2,000 in a day. Nice.
Not bad. Thanks to Dennis Muerta and a handful of other good people. I haven't been introduced to the character. Oh, you mean Angel? Angel's the character from the first issue. The love interest. She's the love interest.
So what is the tier that they're getting?
What is the perk?
Lone Star Legion pack?
Oh. Yeah, 5 of those. The Legion pack, it's 10 copies. It's 10 copies.
Oh, that's what's sold today. Okay.
Yeah, at 50% off, so it's $12.50 each. So they get, yeah. That's right. Yeah. 5 of
Lone
cover
Star
A.
sign.
I mean, 5 of the regular and 5 of the Virgin variant.
Yeah. Okay.
So a nice chunk. Let's do a perks report. Items report. Let's do an items report and see how many cover B. 327 plus 236, so that's 600 roughly.
Yeah, nice.
That's a good print run. Plus the big packs. No, I think that's right. No. A. Oh, that's A. Yeah. All right. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that there'd be at least a few of these be a victim.
I know.
On the move.
Maybe that's something. I know somebody said he was going to. I think it was Scott Ebent. But then he hasn't yet. So.
Well, they might be waiting for the right amount of cash to come in.
Right. Well,
not everyone has $750 just laying around, Mike.
I know. What's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Can't they sell a kidney or something to support my comic book?
Terrible. It's terrible.
Know. Right?
No, Mike. Jeez.
How about Vampire Guy? Oh, on the cover? Well, the thing is, these are being requested. So on the campaign, it says that it is Lone Star. So if you want something, if you want to request somebody, you have to buy it and then request it specifically from me. Mike sold me a troops tier, but it was because I wanted John Malin to get a bonus. Aw.
I don't know if that's happening.
Well, I'm gonna have to end this on a good note before the computer just shuts off by itself. So
wait, that's a bad note for me.
Aw, sorry, John. Here, let me leave these out.
Guys, you can make sure I get a bonus by Back in Graveyard Shift Volume 2. Back it twice.
Back it twice. Twice is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so guys, I'll decide whether or not I want to start another stream. I've been at it for a little bit.
All right.
So
I'll just lay around in limbo until Mike makes up his mind.
Well, I have to let the computer reboot, which sometimes takes longer than a bit. So.
Okay.
But I'll hit you up on Twitter.
Okay.
All right.
Donut
Good night,
Earth is
guys.
real.
Donut Earth?
Yeah, Donut Earth.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Bye, guys. Aloha.